Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Another day with double header streams. I've generally been actually so consistent nowadays and just creating content and making content. Honestly, you guys, it's just been an absolute insane month with all the content that we've been pulling up, with everything that we've been doing. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys for always showing us love. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys for always showing us support. We are here and we are back. And this time, we're making a different type of stream. This is like a little bit of a hangout stream, if you would like. This is a little bit of a stream where us just chilling up, chilling out. Big up to everyone who is a new subscriber, just hopped in, watched me for the first time on Kopish. Big up to everyone who joined us from the Football Terrace. 250 people in the building already. We haven't even started yet. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Today's video is going to be an emotional one. Today's video is going to be a video just addressing all things Liverpool Football Club, because there is no better club in the world to address. And I want you all involved in the chat. You're not new twisted Baba, you're a bozo. I want you all involved in the chat, because today's stream, I want to talk to the people about the People's Club. Guys, can someone tell Yahya in the chat? I've had enough of answering this question at this point. Someone tell him. Let me just show everyone the Premier League table. Guys, imagine if I told you this is going to be the Premier League table in August. What would you have said? Imagine if I said this will be the Premier League table in August. I'm gonna make myself even small. What would you have thought if I said this would be the Premier League table in August? Genuinely. What would you actually think? Imagine at the time I said this. August. I said, guys, this is gonna be the Premier League table. Look at that. Our only L, Nottingham Forest. You can't see United. Let me accept cookies first. Wait. Now I accept cookies. Now I scroll down. Damn, they ain't even in the top 10. Oh, there they are. There they are. Oh, you can't see them because my head is covering them. Can you see them now? Unbelievable scenes of glorious emotion, man. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes.
I got the pain. I got the pain.
You got the pain?
Yeah.
Where?
I lost. My team lost 5-1.
Okay.
I'm emotionally affected.
Oh, I see.
We lost yesterday 5-1. Any
but
treatment?
not-
Any treatment? No.
Oh my goodness, what is this?
Babe, it's not what you think.
That's done. It's done. Done.
That's not Jabbo. That's not
Done, man! These motherfuckers, I swear. Denzel, wallah, it's not even now, yeah, GG. It's not even yeah, GG, bro. It was G.
Arsenal is a great team. Is it your first game here?
The saying, "this means more," was mocked by rivals. But the truth of the matter is, it does mean more. And the reason why it means more is this football club has an emotional attachment like no other. When you become a Liverpool supporter, when you become a Liverpool fan, you just sign a deal, to just be the most emotional wreck known to mankind. And when it comes to supporting this football club, It has been an emotional journey from day one. 2002 World Cup, first thing I've ever seen, first type of football I've ever watched, just like 99% of international fans. The first thing I've ever seen was the FIFA World Cup. Watch the FIFA World Cup. I really like Michael Owen. I start supporting Liverpool Football Club because I like Michael Owen. And ever since then, it has been a journey like no other. 2005, Istanbul, 3-0 down to Nesta, Cannavaro, Maldini, Hernan Crespo, Andrei Shevchenko, Andrea Pirlo, Gennaro Gattuso, Dida in goal, John Dahl Thomason. There are players that I will mention that a lot of you guys don't even remember. 3-0 down. Rome wasn't built in a year, but the city of Milan was destroyed in 7 minutes, and we absolutely tore AC Milan a new one in a 7-minute period, led by our leader, our captain, our legend, Steven Gerrard. 2006, FA Cup final, West Ham. Paul Konchesky lobs the goalkeeper, Pepe Reina. Absolute horrible goal to concede. Once again, the man to the rescue, Stevie G. Absolute legend, absolute icon of the sport. We win the game. It's literally nicknamed the Steven Gerrard game. 2007, we beat Chelsea at Anfield in the Champions League semi-final on penalties. Yet another Benitez versus Mourinho clash. We got to the Champions League final. It's AC Milan again. We thought that number 6 was on the way. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Filippo Inzaghi, the bum, probably was offside. You know, VAR check complete. Liverpool robbed. Dirk Kuyt scores a goal at the end. AC Milan shitting it. You know, we ended up losing the game 2-1. They thought that another Istanbul was about to happen. You know, when we scored the first goal. So many iconic memories. Winning at the San Siro back when Inter were actually good. Beating Juventus, Sami Hyypiä, Luis Garcia. Unbelievable memories. You know, we signed Fernando Torres. We finally think we're going to win a league title. 08-09. One of the saddest years of supporting Liverpool Football Club. But we had 1 week in 08-09 where I was the king of school because I did not have many weeks. I did not have many weeks on the playgrounds. When the kids were all celebrating league titles, they used to mock me. I used to tell them, come back when you have 5 Champions Leagues. That was my typical response to any Man United fan. You know, that was my response to any Arsenal fan, to any Chelsea fan. Come back when you have 5 Champions Leagues. We are European heritage. That's what I used to say. We are European royalty. You can't understand what it's like supporting Liverpool Football Club. We send Robbie Keane back to Tottenham Hotspur. We all knew Fernando Torres was an injury-prone player. He gets injured. We've got to play David in goal. We lose the league title, you know, to Manchester United because we had about 500 draws that season. Man United win the league. And, you know, we say next year is our year. Next year was not our year. The year after that was not our year. One of the worst seasons ever for Liverpool Football Club. Roy Hodgson. We were 17th. Maxi Rodriguez scores a winner away at Bolton, assisted by Fernando Torres back heel. And we go out from the relegation spots. Absolutely horrendous season. Kenny Dalglish becomes the Liverpool manager. King Kenny is back again, managing Liverpool. We win a Carabao Cup. We lose the FA Cup final to Chelsea. Didier Drogba, Mr. Chelsea, always arrives at Wembley. Kenny Dalglish gets sacked. Horrible way to sack a legend by Fenway Sports Group. My disdain starts for them then. We hire Brendan Rodgers. First game of Brendan Rodgers, we lose 3-0 away to West Bromwich Albion. The Zoltan Gera game, 3-0. Joe Allen, the Welsh Xavi, we signed in the middle of the park, passing the ball left and right. You know, we went on a journey that season. I think we finished, if I'm not mistaken, in Brendan's first season, I think we finished 5th or 6th or something like that. We couldn't even make, you know, Champions League football. I could be mistaken. We could have even finished 7th. I'm really unsure. So I apologize for not knowing it like 100%. Summer then starts. We create this powerhouse front three. Suarez, Sterling, Daniel Sturridge. And for a period of about 8 to 10 games, you feel like you're watching the best team on the planet. Suarez is scoring headers from outside the penalty box. He's scoring half volleys from about 50 yards out. Scoring free kicks. Daniel Sturridge is lobbing the West Bromwich goalkeeper from like about 25, 30 yards. Absolute iconic goal. He carried us the first 3 games when Suarez was not there. We beat Man United 1-0. Simon Mignolet was our new goalkeeper instead of Pepe Reina, who had a massive fall off. He saved the penalty against Stoke. I forgot the name of the Irish striker that had a penalty at the end, 90-something minute. And it was saved by Simon Mignolet. We thought, oh, finally, we have a goalkeeper on our hands. Felipe Coutinho, young kid from Inter Milan, we signed him. 8.5 million, I think it was. And, we start cooking. We start playing beautiful football. We face Arsenal at Anfield. Arsenal came to us. They were 8 points ahead, of the team in second. I don't know if it was us or Manchester City. I can't recall. We are 4-0 up within 20 minutes. And even while scoring 4 goals, the most memorable moment for me in those first 20 minutes is Suarez half volleying a shot into the post. If that went in, that would have won the Pushkash Award that season. That was probably one of the best goals possible had it happened I've ever seen. Martin Skrtel scores from 2 headers. I think he had his most goals in a year that year. I think he scored about 6. Manchester City come to Anfield towards the end of the season. Felipe Coutinho scores the winner after a Vincent Kompany mistake. We win the game 3-2. And then we really believe that at the time, for the first time in 24 years, we're about to win the league. We really believed it. I believed it. I was a student in university at the time. I was a student in Malaysia. And, we ended up losing the league title. Because Brendan Rodgers decided to not listen to Jose Mourinho's wishes. Jose Mourinho comes in, out-tactics him, outclasses him. Infamously, the slip happens and we end up losing the league. Year after, we're going to go again. No, we're not. We sell Suarez. Sterling remains at the football club. Becomes like kind of the main forward line player. Brendan Rodgers, finishes 6th that year. Steven Gerrard's last season. My hatred towards Brendan Rodgers started that year when he benched Steven Gerrard away at the Bernabeu, which could have been the last ever chance for him to play at that iconic stadium. He benched him. We lost to Stoke City in Steven Gerrard's last game. The most embarrassing moment is they let Steven Gerrard score just so they can, he can have this moment like towards the end of his career. And it's funny because even when we were really dreadful towards the end, I think he had about 14 or 15 assists, Stevie G, that year. That was the year where even in the Champions League group stages, Steven Gerrard was scoring free kicks even at his age towards the end of the game to win us the game. These are all memories. Straight off my mind. Basel, I think it was we played, if I'm not mistaken, or Ludogorets. It was either Ludogorets or Basel. One of them. I really can't remember. And we end up finishing that season off. Brendan Rodgers does not get sacked. We start this new season off. I still remember the feeling after the Everton game. The game ends. Derby at Goodison. Danny Ings scores the equalizer at all players. Big up Danny Ings. Scores the equalizer. The game ends in a 1-1 draw. I never felt so empty before my whole life. 1-1 draw away at Goodison. And it just felt like I have no more hope. I wasn't even the delusional Liverpool fan that says this year is our year or next year is our year or any of that stuff. I have no hope. 1-1. 1-1, the game ends, you know. Brendan Rodgers gets sacked after the game. I was happy for Brendan Rodgers to get sacked. I was happy for Brendan Rodgers to lose his job. I was actually really happy that we sacked him, because it got to the stage where I just couldn't stand Brendan Rodgers. I just couldn't stand him. Every time we lost a game of football, he'd talk about character and, you know, leadership and all that stuff. He gets sacked. We're linked to two managers, Carlo Ancelotti, Jurgen Klopp. I would have taken both. I wanted both. I was like, yo, both of these managers are elite. We need to fix up. Jurgen Klopp signs. Liverpool manager. New Liverpool manager, Jurgen Norbert Klopp. And he brought all the belief back. He brought all the delusion back. He brought all the support, all the love, all the emotions completely back to the football club. The man that rebuilt Liverpool Football Club back to where we're at. And even from the first season, I remember Joe Allen scoring an equalizer against Arsenal towards the end, 3-3 draw. We got to the Carabao Cup final. We were nowhere near Manchester City on the day. Felipe Coutinho scored an equalizer at Wembley, but we ended up losing on penalties. Europa League final, one of the most painful memories. I was thinking, okay, we can make Champions League the year after if we win the Europa. We had a horrible league season, losing to the likes of Watford 3-0. Adam Bogdan game. Horrible memories. Horrible memories. Daniel Sturridge scores a goal in the Europa League final, probably one of the best Europa goals of all time. Just a curler, Trivela. And we end up losing the Alberto Moreno game, the iconic Alberto Moreno game against Sevilla. Season after starts. We sign a couple of players. Mane, Wijnaldum. We win 4-3 away at the Emirates. Mane rides Klopp's back. But it's obvious we still need a couple of more signings to go to that level. We end up signing Van Dijk in that January after the infamous meeting in Blackpool, reported by James Pearce, you know. And that season we beat Manchester City 1-0 at Anfield. Gini Wijnaldum header, showing a different side to us. We end up getting to the Champions League final. Champions League final, first 20 minutes, we're all over Real Madrid. We're dominating Real Madrid. We are absolutely cooking them, even with Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, all those players. Ramos takes Salah down. And as soon as Salah gets injured, the whole shape, the whole structure, the whole concept of that game got absolutely destroyed and ruined right in front of our very own eyes. You know? He gets subbed off. Dominic Solanke comes on in a Champions League final. I remember he scored a goal, one goal for us in the league. It was actually a very good goal. It was actually a banger, you know, and we end up losing that game 3-1. Alisson Becker signs. Fabinho signs. DM we really needed. Henderson was playing DM all that year. I remember his goal away at Stamford Bridge. We won 2-0. Phenomenal goal. And then Conte changed his style and system and ended up winning the league for Chelsea. 18-19. The first time since 13-14 we challenged for a league title. And it felt like we were just never ever going to win a league title. Ever. And the opposite of 08-09 happens. 08-09 had a really sad ending, but it had the best week of my life as a Liverpool fan, where we sat there, destroyed Real Madrid 4-0, destroyed Manchester United 4-1 at Old Trafford. Dosena, he can loop it over Van der Sar. Andrea Dosena, a name many of you don't even recognize, scored 2 goals. Man United and Real Madrid. 18-19, we were ahead in the league. We looked almost invincible. We go away to the Etihad, 6 millimeters, 5 millimeters, whatever, stop us from going top of the league and beating Manchester City at the Etihad. But we keep going. We don't lose belief, because when Jurgen Klopp first came in, he said you must go from doubters to believers. And we all believed in that team. And we all believed in Salah and Mane and Firmino, Van Dijk. unbelievable. Alisson Becker, unbelievable. Trent, young kid coming through. Robertson, relegated with Hull. Matip, Joe Gomez, Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Shaqiri off the bench, Origi off the bench if we needed the moment. The Everton game even happens that season. Pickford, T-Rex arms. Origi scores a winner at Anfield. Klopp runs onto the pitch, hugs Alisson. Too many draws. The week that had me the most miserable at uni, we lost to Barcelona 3-0 at the Camp Nou while being much better than them. We were a lot better than Barcelona that day. We created the more dangerous chances, but we just missed them all. We lost the game 3-0. And then we had to sit there and watch Vincent Kompany, out of all people, a centre-back, score a winner against Pep Guardiola, against Leicester City. Kelechi Iheanacho, I still think till this day he missed that one-on-one on purpose. That's why I understand where the Arsenal fans are coming from when they say Son missed it on purpose. Kelechi Iheanacho, right in front of the City goal, just misses the chance. They end up winning 1-0. And for a period of 3-4 days, I felt like we're going to end another season trophyless. Second place, win nothing. And then the Barcelona game happens. That was the most emotional memory of my life, the Barcelona game. Origi scores in the first half, but it's still a bit tense. We're still 3-0 down. Wijnaldum comes on. Out of all people, the player that never scores goals scores 2 headers to help us beat Barcelona by 4-0, with, of course, the iconic, legendary corner taken quickly by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Divock Origi scores it. We win the game 4-0. The emotions of Anfield at the end, probably one of the loudest nights I've ever heard Anfield be. But over on the other side, Tottenham Hotspur beat Ajax. Lucas Moura scored a hat-trick away in Amsterdam to take Tottenham Hotspur to a Champions League final. So just like we had a comeback, they had a comeback as well. Champions League final starts. Sissoko puts his arm up like he's directing traffic. Salah scores the penalty. We control the game completely. Alisson makes a couple of good saves. Van Dijk assures the defense. Joel Matip gets the ball from a corner. Divock Origi scores. And Liverpool are Champions League winners. 14 years from 2005 till 2019 of pain ends in us winning a Champions League after beating the likes of PSG, Napoli, Bayern Munich at the Allianz. You know, even the goal that Bayern Munich scored was literally a Matip own goal. They didn't even score a goal, that whole thing. Like, we won 3-1, and even the goal that they scored was an own goal. Joel Matip. To be fair to him, that was a very difficult one anyway from Matip. We won the Champions League, but it's the same old story from a lot of people, from my friends, from the people I interact with. You haven't won a league title in 30 years. Yeah, you might have won the Champions League, but you haven't won a league title in 30 years, Husam. 2019, 2020 starts. We win every single game, barring a draw away at Old Trafford. Adam Lallana equalizes at the end. We play Manchester City at Anfield. Fabinho scores a goal. Does this. It's our time. It's his time. It was his time that game. Henderson gets an assist for a Mane goal. Salah scores a goal from a Robertson cross. We win 3-1. I fly to have a mini reunion with my friends in Dubai. I meet with a couple of friends over there. The Liverpool Man United game at Anfield was on. I'll never forget. We were in a housing complex with all my friends. We just stayed over at one of my friends' house, all 4 of us. Mini reunion, mini school reunion. When Salah scored, I let out a scream so loud it felt like a lion's roar. Because for the first time ever, I completely really believed that we're going to win an English Premier League for the first time in my life. Supporting Liverpool from 2003 onwards till about 2020, so that's 17 years of me not witnessing a league title of supporting Liverpool Football Club. 3 failed, league title races. But we end up winning the league that season. COVID happens. I don't know what's going on. It feels like this is just another Liverpool thing with all the memories. It's going to be a virus that spreads around the world that stops us from winning a league title. But football resumes, rightfully so. We end up winning the league. I think the first game was away at Goodison. It felt so weird. It felt so strange. But we end up lifting the English Premier League. Emotions running high, and for the first time ever, I see my club lifting the English Premier League. Liverpool Football Club on 19 league titles. If Liverpool Football Club did not play a single game after the COVID break, we still would have been league champions. If Liverpool stayed home for the COVID break, we would have been league champions literally while chilling at home. 99-point season. Season after starts, Pickford, the T-Rex bastard, injures Van Dijk. Gomez and Matip slowly get injured as well. We don't strengthen in January. A season to forget. The Leicester game away from home, Ozan Kabak. Dreadful. Ben Davies, we don't even see him. Henderson and Fabinho as the centre-back partnership. I think we lost to Sean Dyche's Burnley at home. Just an absolute season to forget. Nothing to remember about that season. Just an absolutely dreadful season. But the last 10 games of that year, Salah carries us to Champions League qualification. The year after starts, we only sign Ibrahima Konate because we're never proactive, we're always reactive. But we start off the season a little bit behind because Sadio Mane is not performing on the left-hand side. Firmino was not playing at a good level anymore. Henderson's legs were slowly going, but he was still decent that year. We had a couple of problems in our forward line. Konate, fantastic signing for us. In the January window, we bring in Luis Diaz from Porto. Sadio Mane now goes up top as the Liverpool striker. And from January until May, we go on an absolutely iconic run. And we're just winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. And the winning felt like it was never going to stop. To the point where Don Husam, in his second year on YouTube, says on the Football Terrace, we're going to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Complete belief in the team, complete belief in the manager, complete belief in the players. I said in the quadruple charge season, we were going to win both the Prem and the Champs. I said it, and I felt it, and I thought it at the time. Then, the worst ending to a season possible for Liverpool Football Club. Aston Villa's Steven Gerrard led Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard as the Villa manager. Last game away at the Etihad. Maybe we should have been 1-0 up against Wolves to apply a bit of pressure. Maybe it would have made a difference. Maybe it would have. Coutinho scores for Aston Villa against Manchester City. It feels like it's written in the stars. Steven Gerrard, just under 10 years after the slip, comes back as the manager of another football club and hands Liverpool the Premier League title. It was like a script from a Hollywood movie. Gundogan ties his shoelaces, comes on, Kevin De Bruyne. The rest is history. They end up coming back 3-2. Ollie Watkins missed a one-on-one. I'll never forgive him for. I'll never rate him. If you ever think that I have disdain for Ollie Watkins or hatred, you are correct. I hate the guy. I hate Kelechi Iheanacho. I hate Ollie Watkins. I hate Wilfred Boney. I am mad. I was mad at the time. Completely angry at them. Misses a one-on-one opportunity. City lifts another Premier League title. Champions League final to look forward to. The last team to beat Real Madrid in a Champions League final was Liverpool Football Club in Paris in the 1980s. Real Madrid barely scraped past Manchester City and Chelsea. PSG were probably even better than them. We end up dominating Real Madrid in a Champions League final. Much better team. Salah, Mane. Courtois ends up winning man of the match. Pulls out an all-timer performance. All-timer performance. And we end up losing the Champions League final 1-0 to Real Madrid. And it just feels like the worst year ever. Because from the whole Jurgen Quad thing and us possibly winning 4 trophies, we end up with the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. The villain arc starts. Called out everyone in the summer. Fellow content creators. The football club. The ownership. We signed Darwin Núñez because he scored a goal against us at Anfield. My God, one of the worst decisions we ever made. Season starts. We beat City to the Community Shield. Núñez scores a goal. People spend the whole week asking me for apology. Gets sent off against Crystal Palace. The midfield has no legs. And I spent the whole summer saying we should sign a midfielder. Whole summer I spent saying we should sign a midfielder. We don't. We end up finishing 5th, flying the infamous FSG out, planes over Anfield. All the spaces, all the memories from that year. Omar Zaytoun singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" on Spaces. Getting bantered for never going back-to-back, etc. Year after starts. We're top of the league. We have about 700 injuries. We have about 9 points stolen off us off of VAR decisions. McAllister, handball. McAllister, red card, rescinded. Well done, lads. Good process is what the VAR said when they did not give a perfectly legal goal when Luis Diaz was about 15 yards onside. 15 yards onside. We end up losing the league title. Doku switching music to McAllister towards the end of the game. Michael Oliver right in front of it. Does not give the penalty. Klopp in the January announced he's going to leave. We spent 2 months talking about Alonso, Amarim, Alonso, Amarim, Alonso, Amarim. Do you prefer Alonso? Do you prefer Amarim? Who do you want to replace Jurgen Klopp? Who do you want to replace Jurgen Klopp? Who do you want to replace Jurgen Klopp? It ends up being neither. Random Dutch guy none of us have heard of in the chat. Unless you're Dutch or you watch the Dutch league, which is what? Like 1 every 10,000 people. Slot announced. We had just lost the league title. I said what I said. A week later, I calmed down and I said, listen, we have to back Arne Slot until he gives us a reason not to. Season starts. First 3 games of the season, we beat Ipswich. We beat Brentford. We beat Manchester United. The typical stuff. Liverpool have played no one. We're getting carried by Salah. as the season progresses, everything that happened this year, it's crazy that the only loss has been Nottingham Forest at home. Callum Hudson-Odoi with a finish that he hasn't replicated ever since then. He hasn't replicated it. And yesterday, it felt like all the emotions culminated in one moment as we all sang, "We're gonna win the league," when full-time whistle blew. Arsenal away at Forest. Scoreline was 0-0. All the PTSD had just went. We recovered from the PTSD completely. And I sat there yesterday watching the Newcastle game and I was like, I can't believe we're actually going to do this. I cannot believe we're actually going to be Champions League winners. Premier League winners, sorry. Hopefully Champions League. You know? I can't believe we're actually going to be Premier League winners this season. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We did it, you guys. We did it without any signings. We did it with a style and a formation. We did it while having the best player on earth. And here we are. And here we are. Now, with 10 games to go, 10 cup finals, no complacency setting in. I know the slot won't allow it. I know the players won't have it. 10 games to go. Hopefully, we've got 7 more Champions League fixtures as well. 2 games in the round of 16, 2 games in the quarterfinals, 2 games in the semi-final, and a game in the final, inshallah. Inshallah. There is a world in which Liverpool win number 20 and number 7, both in the same year. And if that does happen, I'm willing to just, spend this whole summer just cooking people. And if you're a Manchester United fan, you need to understand that you watching this channel, you're going to hate me. You can't bring up 20 times anymore. You can't bring up 20 times. What are you going to say? I've got 20 times as well. And I've got double your Champions Leagues. And if we won number 7, inshallah, bi'idhnillah, it's going to be more than double your Champions Leagues. If we win both. And, it's all over for the Man United fans. They have to sit there and bow down to Liverpool Football Club. So this last 40-minute monologue of me straight up just talking about my memories and nothing but my memories is exactly why it means more. 08, 09, 07 Champions League final, the Roy Hodgson days, the slip, the 1-point loss to Manchester City. This is exactly why this means more. This is exactly why this means more. Moments like this. Moments like this. And here we are. Here we are. With 10 games to go, February 27th, Ramadan around the corner. With 10 games to go, I have full belief that we are going to lift the English Premier League. And there is no fan base that deserves it more than the Liverpool fan base. To see with their very own eyes. To see with the whole crowd. Anfield rocking. Full. A win in the English Premier League. Do we get a guard of honor from Chelsea? Do we get a guard of honor from Arsenal? And does it make it feel better? You damn right it makes it feel better. There is nothing that would feel better than an Arsenal guard of honor. Just because I know Igal. This has nothing to do with the fact that I dislike Arsenal. I don't dislike Arsenal. Nothing would be better than a guard of honor from Chelsea. So that bitch Caicedo knows once and for all that he chose the wrong club. Because for last year, we made him cry at Wembley. And the year after, he's clapping for the Liverpool players. We could have been something special. We could have been something special. You're going to be clapping for McAllister, your former teammate. Could have been your new teammate. You chose the wrong club, mate. Enjoy your 7-year death row contract. Blue go out. It would be nothing more than what we deserve to watch Anfield erupt as we lift the English Premier League and were announced Premier League champions. And it's absolutely beautiful. And this is why it means more. Everyone listening. This is why it means more. Big up to every single one of you guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. That was a monologue straight from the heart. Straight from the soul. You get me? And we're here. We're here. Let's get to 200 likes and let's talk about Liverpool Football Club's future. Don't think we forgot your bet. What bet? Mo Balon d'Or, Premier League, Champions League 2. Let's get it. Our time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I do want to talk about the Champions League. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I know it's saying he's sleepy, but he literally listened from minute 1 till minute 44. Yikes. You're still awake writing comments. Anyways. We're going to win the league, you guys. We're going to win the league. No light bulbs were harmed in the making of our league title. It's the fucking light bulb, guys. No light bulbs were harmed in the making of this league title. It's just an all fair and square league title. And we absolutely deserve more than you believe. More than you believe we deserve to be Premier League champions. And for next week, our focus shifts to Paris. Paris, the city of love. The city of love. We burn down the San Siro. You have to burn down the Parc des Princes. Everyone in the chat, tell me. Who do you expect to go through against PSG? If you're a Liverpool fan or not, answer. Appreciate you, Manuel. Guys, Sky comments on my chat, but she ignores my messages. It's crazy. I was trying to make her famous. Anyway. Yeah. Who do you think goes through in that game? Who do you think wins from Liverpool against Club Brugge or Aston Villa? Who do you think wins? Huh? There's only one team I absolutely can't stand, and that's Real Madrid. Which is why, probably for the first time in my life as a content creator, I won't be doing the Premier League game. I don't give a fuck about PSV versus Arsenal. Atleti. 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 Vamos. Atleti. I will be there, inshallah, supporting Atletico Madrid. Bi'idhnillah next week. All ready to support the Atleti. To knock out Real Madrid. I can't stand Real Madrid. I absolutely can't stand Real Madrid. Can't stand Real Madrid. I'll be supporting Atletico, inshallah, next week. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid watch along. Let's go. And I'm going to make a wild statement. I think there is a chance we win both. I think there's a good chance we win both, as long as Real Madrid get eliminated. Only thing I need is Madrid elimination. That's the thing I need the most right now. Eliminate Real Madrid, please. Please. PSV to beat Arsenal. Put one in the chat if you think PSV beat Arsenal, out of exaggeration. Put one in the chat if you think PSV beat Arsenal. Do you guys actually believe this? Like, or are you just saying it out of banter? I don't get it. Barcelona are not making a Champions League final. Wow. There are so many people that are actually convinced that PSV are going to beat Arsenal. Have you guys seen PSV? Have you guys actually seen PSV? Like, last lineup and stuff. Like, I actually they lost in the semi-final to go ahead Eagles. You guys know this? Hello? They lost to go ahead Eagles, mate. Have you seen PSV Eindhoven? Like, this is their lineup in big 2025. Look at this. Malasia, Bum, Schouten, Luke de Jong, who's about 98 years old, Perisic at his age. How old is Perisic now? How old is Perisic? 36. 36-year-old Perisic. Lucas Perez. My God. Arsenal are going through still. Arsenal are going through still. What the hell? What? Kai Dibundi? What? Is this a bad word? Rise up Akhi Rudi as well. I have no idea what the hell you're saying. I have no idea what the hell you're saying there. Big up though. Are Eindhoven even top of like the Dutch league? Oh, they're second in Eredivisie. Oh, Henderson's gonna win a league title. Go ahead, Eagles are 7th. Not bad. Not bad. I don't even recognize a lot of these teams. Feyenoord League champions. Arne Slot here. This was the year. Alkmaar. Here. They just suspended the league. Alkmaar could have won a league title. Fairs. A lot of people actually think, okay, mate. Like, a lot of people actually think PSV are beating Arsenal. I ain't gonna go that far, I'll be honest with you. I just, as much as people say, oh, have you seen Arsenal? Habibi, have you seen PSV? Like, PSV ain't good. PSV ain't good. You get me? Atletico knocked out Liverpool in 1920. Heavy, and I'm gonna quote my brother Lewis in the chat. Heavy Adrian tax. Heavy Adrian tax. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, Adrian tax is real. Adrian tax is real. Adrian tax is completely real. I'll be honest with you. Completely real. We were 2-0 up. We were 2-0 up against Atletico. We did our job. Adrian just gave the ball to Llorente. Just gave him the ball. And then conceded the goal as well. If we went through against Atletico, no one would have beaten us in the Champions League. We'd have won the double that year. Easily. We are the best team in the world. At the time. You know? Even here, a Bayern fan is telling you Adrian won me a Champions League. He supports Bayern Munich. We would have beaten Bayern and PSG and everyone that year. Like, literally, we were the best team in the planet. But anyway, thanks, Adrian. I'll never forgive him for that year. But anyway, Champions League is a possibility. It really is. Champions League really is a possibility. I believe. I believe we can win the Champions League. I really do believe we can win the Champions League. And yeah, it feels good saying all this stuff. Like, I didn't expect to be saying all these things in August, I'll be honest with you. I really did not believe I'd be saying all these things in August. I don't think anyone believed us. But first, let's just get through PSG. I'm going on the PSG international guy channel like on Monday to preview the game. And the thing that fills me with belief, I'm going to bring a lot of you guys back to memory lane as well, is the fact that we employ the best player in the world. Liverpool Football Club employ the best player on earth. I don't care what anyone says. Cry more. Based on ability, technique, nonsense, bullshit. I don't care, mate. Wallahi, couldn't care less. We have the best player in the planet. We have the best center back in the planet. We have the best right back in the planet, and we have the best goalkeeper in the planet. And I feel confident. And I think a draw away at PSG is okay. Like, it's not that deep. And speaking of the best player in the world, and speaking of the best center back, and speaking of the best right back, this is where, as emotional as we have been this whole stream, we have to talk the talk now as fans and just be honest. Guys, we have to give them all a contract extension. And even if you want to be an accountant, and even if you want to do the accountant thing and sit up here and tell me, oh my God, financially, blah, 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 it's going to cost a lot more to replace Mo and replace Virgil than it will cost to just give them a new contract. It makes absolute zero logical sense. Zero logical sense to not give any of them a contract. We must give them a contract. We absolutely must give them a contract. We have to, under all circumstances, under all scenarios. There are literally no excuses. And I'll be honest with you, even if you're like an FSGiner or a top red, or you want to just back the owners under all circumstances, for some reason, I don't know why, there are people who are actually like that, who fully just want to like back the owners. You cannot back two of the best players on earth wanting to stay and you actively not giving them a contract. And some people are stupid when it comes to the Salah contract specifically, and I'll tell you why. Why do people act like if we give Salah 500 grand a week, it's a bad idea? First of all, not a single player can knock on Michael Edwards' room and says, I want some of that, because they all know that they don't deserve Mo Salah money. The second thing I'll say is, why do people act like as soon as Salah is given a 500 grand a week extension, he's going to go like, okay, guys, I've had enough now. I'm just going to chill out and smoke shisha. The guy takes care of his body. The guy loves the club, loves the sport, takes care of himself, completely consistent. You want to know the last time he hit 40 plus GA in the Premier League? His first season. His first season. The last time he hit it was literally his first season. That shows you consistency levels. From 17-18 to 24-25. 7 years later, you're equaling what you did in the first year. That proves consistency. That shows consistency. And that's just the reality of the situation. The consistency conversation is a real conversation. And it's one of the main conversations why we agree as Liverpool fans. He's surpassed a lot of Premier League greats because of consistency. The fact that he delivers again and again and again and again and again. And that's not something that a lot of people can say, you guys. That's not a lot of people that like can say that. A lot of people can't say that. I'll be honest with you. Like, Salah deserves that money. He deserves it. And even if we give him 500 grand a week for a period of 2 years, okay? 500 grand a week, it means in a month he's going to cost you 2 million, which means in a year he's going to cost you 24 million, which means over a 2-year period he's going to cost you 48 million. That 48 million pounds, if you take it to the market, you can't get even 1% of what Salah is. You can't get a single player. You can't even get a single player for 50 million pounds that is even worth what Salah is. And by the way, Salah is a commercial giant as a name. Like, how many people do you think buy Salah shirts all over the world? How many people do you think buy Salah shirts all over the world? How many people think, you know, like, actually can replace him? Anyone that you think can replace Salah is unattainable for Liverpool Football Club. Whether you rate Saka or not, he is unattainable. Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe, all unattainable. So how can we replace him? Who am I supposed to replace him with? Like, who actually replaces him in this thing? No one really is out there that can replace Mohamed Salah. It's just not reality. It's just not reality. And he deserves it, and he has earned every single one of them like pounds. And it's the same with Van Dijk. Van Dijk deserves the money. Van Dijk should be given a contract. There's a lot of records that are broken this year, inshallah, when we win the Premier League. Van Dijk is the first Dutch captain ever to lift the English Premier League. Arne Slot is the first Dutch manager ever to win a league title. No Dutch manager has won a league title before. The most successful ones won FA Cup. Ten Hag, Gullit, Gus Hiddink, like none of them won a league title. Like the maximum they won is FA Cups. And that's the thing. So that's why for me, like, I'm just saying, like, we can't be messing around. Now with Trent, listen, a lot of people have hatred towards him, not me. I don't have hatred towards Trent. I understand, because the biggest club in the world want you. That's just the thing that you have to keep in mind. And I understand he's a local boy and he came from the academy and all that good stuff. But it's true. It's reality. The problem is, it's Real Madrid. If it was Bayern Munich, if it was PSG, if it was any of those clubs that wanted Trent, I'd be like, listen, he's going to sign an extension. I'm not worried. But because it's Real Madrid, we are unfortunately in this position because of who they are as an institution, who they are as a football club. And that's just the truth. And that's just the truth. You get me? And that's the problem with this conversation. Like, people think we exaggerate or something. Like, you know? People think we exaggerate or something. But it's true. Like, it's because it's Real Madrid. It's because it's Real Madrid. Wow, I just received a crazy message. Anyway, you know, because it's Real Madrid, that's the issue. That's literally the issue, because it's them. Because it's them. And that's the thing that's pissing me off. Like, it's the fact that it's them and they're just like, nothing we can do about it. There is literally nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about it. And I know people are upset at him and they just want him like, oh, Trent, you know, you're a local lad and all this. Jack, I'm sorry if you don't like what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry as a Scouser. I know you're a true Scouser as well. Not a Jedi. I know you're a true Scouser, not a Jedi. But, yeah, like, because it's them, like, I find it difficult to believe that he might actually stay. Like, I find it difficult to believe that they can stay. And it's, I don't know. I don't know. No, it's not him. I don't know who even like replaces Trent though. Like, I don't even know who replaces Trent. That's the thing. Like, I don't even know who replaces Trent. Like, who? Some people say Vanderson, some people say this, some people say that. I just don't know who replaces Trent. You know? And that's just the honest conversation. So I'm just looking at the way that we're headed, and it's scary for next season. And I just hope for once that when we get to the mountaintop, we actually strengthen to stay at the mountaintop this time. Like, it would be really nice. We could actually strengthen to stay at the mountaintop. People say stuff like, oh, we're getting Isak. Do you know? Like, do you know who we are? Isak what, Habibi? What Isak? What Isak? What Isak? We're not gonna blow 3/4 of a transfer budget on one person. Like, I don't think. Yeah, like, it is what it is. Look at you guys. Why are you guys so mad at Trent? I just don't understand. Why are you guys just so upset at Trent? Can someone explain it to me? Him leaving on a free, but him leaving on a free is not his fault. Like, they could have given him an extension 2 years ago. They could have given him an extension in the summer. They could have given an extension 3 years ago. Why is it like you know, Trent's fault? Why is it Trent's fault, huh? Can I ask you guys this genuine question? Why is it Trent's fault that he is on his last year of his contract? It shouldn't be Trent's fault. It shouldn't be Trent's fault, but you guys are making it Trent's fault for some reason. I don't understand why. Debbie Downer. How am I being a Debbie Downer? Tell me. How am I being a Debbie Downer? I gave a 45-minute monologue on why it means more. He's running down his contract, but once again, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. Like, I don't get why aren't you blaming the club for this though? Why aren't you blaming the club for this though? You get me? Why aren't you blaming the club for this? I don't get it. Also, Ed, can you explain which is the Debbie Downer part? Like, I don't get it. That's another thing I'm gonna ask you about. I understand why you're upset as a local boy. You get me? So, yeah. I never said that, Ed. I never said that, Ed. You can't have Arteta, you can't have Rere, you're a cuck in your name, and then you behave like Rere. I never said that. I said Salah and Van Dijk will stay. I think that they will stay, but we still need to give them a contract. We still need to give them a contract. I'm not saying any of this. Like, I never said once, by the way, that both are staying. I'm talking about Trent specifically. I said with Trent, I have no problem because I understand it's Real Madrid, like it's the biggest club on earth. I'm not saying all three will leave. I'm not. I'm just talking about the Isak thing. I just think that's unrealistic for us to splash 3/4 or even more of our transfer budget on one person. Okay, Jack, fair enough. But I've not said that, Ed, though. Like, you're just hearing things. He's just hearing things. So yeah, like that's the thing. Anyway, listen, I don't know why Ed. Yeah. I never said he's gonna. I never said he's gonna think. I think Joao Pedro is actually the forward. Do you like? I think we really like Baleba as well. I really like Baleba. So yeah, that's another one I like, to be honest with you. So yeah. You guys want to play bingo? Yahya, it's only you who wants to play bingo. No one else is asking for it in the chat. No one else is asking for it in the chat. It's only you who want to play bingo. You know? Did someone just knock on the door? Trent is lazy when it comes to defending. I think this is just not true anymore. Trent has been absolutely phenomenal this year. Like, even defensively, I haven't seen Trent really get cooked like that, to be honest with you. I really haven't seen Trent get cooked like that. I'll be honest. I just haven't seen Trent get cooked like that at all. Like, by the way, like even against the likes of Leao, people say, "Oh, Leao is gonna cook Trent." Yeah, I just don't see. Just don't see that anymore. I think I just don't understand. No worries, Ed. It's fine. No worries, Ed. It's fine. Yeah, you guys, listen, no one else want to play bingo. You guys say play bingo. يا حبيبي خلاص, no one wants to play. No, I'm not blind to his faults, but I just don't see them this season. I just don't see them this season. By the way, Bradley will be the Trent replacement, just so you know. The replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold is Connor Bradley. The replacement for like Trent is gonna be Connor Bradley. I don't think it's gonna be anyone else. I'm telling you right now. Telling you all. Telling you all. Barcola will cook Trent. No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I think he'll be good. I think we'll be good. I think we will be good. God. Okay. Anyway, listen, we're gonna wrap up the stream here. This was quite an enjoyable stream. I just had to come speak my emotions out from last night. So much fun. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing on your way out. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, inshallah, for the Liverpool show. I'll see you guys then. And this stream is gonna take you over to Ziyad's zone. And yeah, see you guys on the other side, man. Peace out.